I'm so excited to bring up this next performer because we haven't had them out here in so long because it got so fucking busy. But they were one of the first OG performers at the Savvy Bar.
Hell yeah.
And it's wonderful that they're going to be finishing us out here. And let's see, new challenge, Haze. Can you wake up the snoring Lingie with your comedy? Please welcome to the stage our comedian in residence, Haze Exy, everybody.
That dude. That's what his bio says.
That's going to be a really hard one to do, to wake up Lingie with comedy, because I'm on like 30 hours of no sleep myself right now, and I'm already hearing the voices! I know I have time. I have a good amount of time to do this comedy set, but like, it's... I feel the things. Hang on. I gotta set something. There we go. Okay. How are we all doing? You guys? Left side? Center doing good? Right doing good? Hat man that I'm totally hallucinating in the corner doing good? I'll see you in my bed later. Ah! A lot of stuff has been happening in the real world. You already know what's gonna happen. Lingie, wake up, it's your favorite part. It's your favorite part, Lingie. Lingie, I need you to wake up. Fuck it, give me the world mic. I'm getting his ass up. Because you guys need to know what's happening in the world. You already know what's up. But I need the... I need...
Let's fucking go.
I'm gonna hold both. Fuck it.
Jingle, jingle, back rooms. It's Haze, your favorite. Lingie, your favorite. Jingle, jingle, back rooms, Haze. No, he's not waking up. He's not waking up.
Fuck it. All right.
Sleepy. He's eepy.
All right. Listen up, fucksticks. It's time for the news report. You guys need to know what's happening in the real world. Sonic 3. It's out in theaters. And it's outperformed the new live-action Lion King prequel, which settles the age-old debate of where furries draw the line on what's more visually pleasing. Turns out, realistic lions and Saharan wildlife, still not as good as a red echidna's four-headed penis. Who knew? Also in movie news, Nosferatu has also had critical acclaim for being the most imitated character voice of 2025. It's said that Bill Skarsgård had trained with an opera singer to prepare his voice for the role of Count Orlok. An opera singer. You may have heard the influence of his instructor from his work on other musical works of note. I am the very model of a modern major general. Life, information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I had a whole bit for that, but I cannot do that voice right now. But in all seriousness, the movie as a whole has been receiving critical acclaim for being able to deliver gritty chills, peak cinematography, and the ability to give an entire new generation of goths a corpse fetish. And it also gives me a whole new reason to retell my one joke about when I was, like, young, I'd pull the skin on my dick and, like, kind of, like, bat wing it out to music, and I would just go, like, you ever do that? You ever do that with your dick? No, try it sometime. It's like instant way to cheer up. Anytime you're having a bad day, just grab the skin, pull it a little to the sides, and just go. No, but it's like a cape. It's just. It's so fun! Marvel Rivals has taken gaming by storm with a current high of 480,000 concurrent players. And another thing it has in common with your mom is the ability to keep kids busy with fan service while the real gamers are maintaining true alpha characters, like Jeff the Shark. And for those of you only familiar with, like, the cinematic universe, characters like Jeff the Shark and Squirrel Girl come from a time where comic artists needed an outlet after divorcing for the 4th time. Together, these undefeatable characters are all made for comedic purpose to battle against some of Marvel's most impossible opponents. Tough adversaries like Thanos, Ultron, and the ever-increasing high expectations of fucking comic nerds. And then we have to talk about the big thing in the news. Maybe you guys have heard. A Tesla Cybertruck blew up on the morning of New Year's Day in front of Trump Tower in Las Vegas.
Hell yeah.
Which is about 8 hours late of the ball dropping, but still festive enough to wonder how it didn't happen in front of Circus instead. Look, I know we shouldn't joke about such a tragedy, but I'm just saying. Last time I blew 3,000 on roulette, 2.5 hookers and 6 showings of Cirque du Soleil, I kept my cool and I didn't blow up my car. I mean, you know what they say. What happens in Vegas is between me, my doctor, and the child support office. But I digress. Half of what makes Vegas captivating is its wild and ongoing quirkiness. Just like how half of what makes Tesla a Class 5 weapon of mass destruction is the lithium-ion battery. And no, Mr. Musk, I don't think hiring Indians fixes our terrorism issue unless they start targeting different hotels like the Best Western or La Quinta. Anyways, that is the news report. And now back to your regularly scheduled comedy show. Cheers, cheers, everyone. Such a fun sound. Speaking of goths in Las Vegas, y'all ever been to Vegas? Last time I was there...
Yeah, I've been at Taco Bell, dude. It's good. Anyway.
I was like, I guess that's somewhat similar. I mean, you are gambling with your colon when you go to Taco Bell. But no, last time I went, I'm talking about the real, Las Vegas, the place. Last time I went, it was 2 years ago for the first Sick New World Festival. And, when you usually go to a rave, you see people on drugs going to the medical tent because of what they took. But at Sick New World, it was all because of these festies kept dehydrating because goths refused to wear anything other than black, even in 120-degree desert heat. Which, now that I say that sentence, I'm pretty sure that was the name of one of the bands that year. Dehydration, 120 degrees, desert heat. All three of those sound like they're on tour right now. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. You're probably expecting a comedy set full of sex and jokes. But I just got broken up with right after Christmas. And don't know where I go from here in my life story. This is either the start of a bad Hallmark movie or an episode of Unsolved Mysteries. Either way, I won't allow Michael Bay to direct because I love airports. I guess it could have been worse. I could have dated a pick-me girl that has a different name for herself when she's drunk. You know what I'm talking about? You know that chick that's like, everyone calls me Kenzie, but when I have too much Moscato, my friends call me Big Sasha. Bitch, does your therapist know that? Imagine being unable, what? Imagine being unable to decide on dinner and Big Sasha awakens to terrorize your plans. Is Big Sasha in the room with us? Anyways, I thought this relationship was going well, even though it only lasted 2 months. Who knew the way to a woman's heart is through Stardew Valley? I'm sure she couldn't handle my insane, ADHD ramblings, though. It's probably what caused it to end. But look, it's not my fault when we're discussing the economy and potential money laundering schemes like car washes and mattress shops. Hear me out. But how are shitty energy drinks not on that list? I mean, every year some new company puts out an energy drink with flavors that no one asked for, sweetened with a chemical that no one knew existed, with less calories than the last popular drink. It doesn't make any sense. I just want to text back. I've been having way too much time on my hands since I'm between jobs right now. I started volunteering at an old people's home, and you got to keep things interesting at an old people's home for yourself and for them. So yesterday I slipped some caffeine pills in the prune juice on a slow day. Y'all ever see Benny Hill? I didn't put the show on for them, but the lobby looked exactly like a live performance. I mean, at least they were making it to the bathroom on time. Oh boy. What's up? What do you do for work? Yeah, you, super clone. What do you do for work?
I am a Zamboni operator.
That's great. I don't do crowd work. I'm starting to get sick and tired of being single, guys. It's the worst. Oh, but Haze, you're so free and can do whatever you want when you're single. Who wants my unhinged ass in public anyways? All I do is criticize humanity and take up space in the Burger King drive-thru lines. Being home alone is no better either. The food's only half good, and the porn industry is problematic. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. The porn industry has a lot of problems. Nowadays, it's either inherently sexist, inherently racist, or somehow both. Don't believe me? Think about it. No matter how attractive, no matter how hot the male actor is, he's labeled by his dick size. Not physical attributes, just dick size. You can't do that with a female talent. Ah, yes. Everyone remembers the scene with the girthy 9-inch wonder and the labia majora that looks like Rocky at the end of the film. Adrian!
Oh my god. My god.
The kind of shit you find on eFucked and not Pornhub. I mean, what? I don't know that website. I made it up. Look, even porn categories are like directed to females. I mean, BBW. It means big, beautiful women. Big, beautiful woman. We like that. Meanwhile, with BBC, you gotta bring race into the conversation. Like MLK died for nothing. Now here I am with a Wikipedia page and a donation made to the NAACP, still semi-hard. Okay. So maybe there's also a few other tabs open, but you gotta blame my buddy for getting me into Evangelion recently. The ending made sense. You guys are just uneducated. Like, oh, I got so upset with it. Okay, I know I'm late to the game, but I watched the whole series. I saw the last film. I watched the rebuilds. I saw everything. And people saying that End of Evangelion was a fever dream? No. Fever dream is staying awake for 30 hours at my age, eating salami and chocolate cake and then going to bed. You will see the devil that way. I heard the same music from End of Evangelion one time as I was drifting off to sleep like a Benadryl-driven sleep with salami, chocolate cake, and a little bit of beer. After like 40 hours straight of being awake, I heard the music just and like I saw like 2 rays. They were trying to touch me. There was orange goo everywhere. I should get that checked out. Where was I? Oh, right. Labels. When it comes to labels, there's no group that has it harder than the trans community. Any trans in the crowd tonight, by the way? Y'all are awesome. Like I just want to do a big shout out to anyone trans community. Yeah. There's actually more of them in here than you probably think. Some are just mute. I mean, I think you guys are awesome and brave for being you. Although, I'm gonna be honest, I've been really hungry lately, so if y'all can just stop buying all the chicken cutlets. Notice how only the trans people laughed at that one? See? Haze does his research. He does his research. Look, I get it. You guys have amazing jobs. You guys have a good flow of money. You ever notice that trans girls are always Twitch streamers? I think that's why surgery and hormone therapy is so expensive. You get 5,000 subs with each procedure. But, I mean, y'all don't have it easy there either, right? I mean, think about it. Even cisgendered girls are already getting a lot of shit on Twitch. They get shit by being accused of, oh, they're fake gamers. They don't even play the game. Or, having their computer setups made by men. But with trans streamers, I mean, at least that's true to some degree. I mean, at some point, logistically, right? Look, I'm not trying to figure out the enigma that it is to be trans. I just figure that, man, one of these days I might meet a cute trans person that I like, and if they ask me how I got to be so informed, I'll be able to say it was VRChat and not categories on Pornhub. I'm going the extra mile. Haze is sensitive. When it comes to VRChat and being who you are and who you want to be, labeling is a huge consideration. I've learned quite a bit about how mental illness is accommodated here in VR. Like the flashing light warnings for those people who are like prone to seizures, or trigger warnings for gore, and love ents links for nymphomaniacs. I mean, I'm neurodivergent, but I don't care for labels myself, since I think it just complicates things. My advice for those of you that have like your diagnoses in your bio, there's nothing wrong with doing that. But if you have to if you're having trouble constantly explaining your issues to people because no one's heard of your condition or no one's like understanding it, just say you have autism. No, really. It saves you the time, and people will still treat you the same. You really think the average person even knows what the difference between BPD and bipolar disorder even are? I mean, granted, the medications are already the same. You just throw in a fleece blanket, some Hostess snack cakes, and put on Bluey, it's the same reaction. Don't know the difference between seasonal depression and chronic depression? Have sex with them. And use a stopwatch and time the post-nut clarity. It's the same. And if you don't understand severe ADHD while medicated on Vyvanse, have that person do 30 minutes of comedy at the Savvy until their meds crash.
I used to be on
Anyways, guys, you guys have been an amazing crowd. Here at the Savvy, I've had so much fun doing this show, and huge thank you to everyone involved, everyone in the crowd, all the staff, all the owners, the creator of the world, who's fucking asleep, slept through the whole damn thing, and is just gonna have to watch it on Twitch while it's up for like a week, and then possibly on YouTube when I get around to editing it. Guys, I have posted sets from like 9 months ago. That's how busy I've been. You're probably not going to see this until next year. This is why you got to come to the shows. This is why community is important. This is why this is good. This is good. I'm just an idiot telling jokes. You guys are the awesome ones. Give yourselves a round of applause. You guys are fantastic. And with that, just coincidentally, I also realized that maybe not exactly on the dot, or I would have to double check the calendar, but I think that this is kind of like poetic, that like this is the what I understand is the last Savvy show, but it also happens to fall on pretty close to a year anniversary of the first time I performed at the Savvy.
I'm shutting down the bar after tonight.
And the first time I did VR comedy in general. So, from the bottom of my heart, guys, thank you so much. You guys have been an amazing crowd. My name is Haze. Y'all enjoy the rest of your night and the rest of this show.